お大事に。
Okay, everyone say, hello, YouTube, this is Children the Destroyer. We're watching more of my love story with Yamada-Kun at level 999. Yeah, if you like my content, please help me grow by like, comment, subscribing. Algorithmic YouTube things. Please let me know what you're eating and you're drinking. Grab your snackies, grab your bevies, and let's get to watching. Boop.
あかねさん聞こえますか?
Oh, right, she passed out. I forgot.
持ち上げますね。
Oh, she's sick. I forgot. Obviously, I don't know where it starts or stops. His friend just in the background, like, what's going on?
出ない。
No.
家庭教師のバイトが長引いてるのかもね。
にしたって連絡もなしとか珍しいよな。案外女と遊んでたりして。この前の電話も怪しかったしな。
Oh.
山田くんそういうキャラじゃないでしょ。
分かってないな、院長。そんなのんびりしてるとパッと現れたどっかの女に取られちゃうぞ。
Friend knows.
分かってるよ。分かってるもん。脅かさないで。
Just giving you reality, honey.
そんなに思い詰めるくらいならさっさと言えばいいのに。何をこじらせてんのも。
I mean, it's a difficult situation.
誰かに出会う。そんな気がしてる。山田くん GOSE って知ってる？ FPS のゲームなんだけど、あなたやってるよね。昨日の22時くらいに対戦で私とマッチしたの覚えてる？ T クラスの椿ゆかりです。 YT03 って名前で昨日あなたと戦って、それでもしよければプレイ中の手元を見せてほしいんだけど。
I don't remember that at all.
なんで?
ちょっと思うところがあるから。
お前チート疑われてる。
Yeah, maybe that wasn't the most endearing way to meet.
もちろん。
椿ちゃん、後で俺の華麗なプレーも見て。
Dang, she was over there for a while. Oh man, she fell in love with his aim, I guess.
あんなプレイを実力だけでできるのかなって。ごめんなさい。私が無知だったわ。すごい人もいるのね。プロになった方がいいんじゃない？ 私が出会ったみたいに。いつか誰かと出会ってしまう。
I mean, I'll be honest. I feel like it's a little hard to get over like really bad first impressions. Like I don't know. There's definitely people that I've met where I'm like, I don't trust this person. Like, I don't know the vibes. Like, they didn't do anything to me specifically, but like the vibes, man, the vibes. And then later I'm like vindicated about it and I'm like, yeah, I knew it. Like, I knew not to trust this person. But then sometimes I don't get the vibes and I'm just like, oh yeah, we're friends. And then they end up being terrible. And you're just like, well, damn. But like, it is hard to get over like really bad first impressions. And when I say really bad, I don't mean like, I mean, I have, oh, what is it called? Shit. Attachment trauma. Like, I have attachment trauma now, so, you know. But, like, I don't mean like, oh, you embarrassed yourself or like things weren't going well for you that day. I mean just like if you come across like this person is not sincere. Like this person is not sincere and is lying to me this whole conversation or like whatever. I feel like that's really hard to get over. And like, especially if you come up like, hey, we played this game and I fucking remember that it was you. And it's like, I don't remember you. I play a lot of games, like whatever. It's like, and you fucking cheated. So let me into your house and fucking prove to me that you didn't. Like, she didn't come across that aggressive, but she did come across kind of aggressive, right? Because like she ran up to him. He didn't know who she was. Doesn't remember like playing her or whatever. And was basically like, I think you cheated. Prove to me you didn't. I would have a negative feeling towards her, even if like we became friends. It wouldn't be like I don't know. You feel me? You feel me? Yeah. I don't know. Maybe she feels that, and that's why she hasn't like confessed, I guess. Or it also might just be like, hey, everyone who confesses to him, he either doesn't get or like turns down. So like, I don't think I have a chance, but like. It's hard, man. It is hard. Not saying you can't do it, because I mean they're friends now, but I don't know. Trust issues, man. Oh, that's
目を引
pretty.
く容姿をしている割に物静かで控えめでそっけない物言いの割に結構親切なんだって。彼と仲いい人ならみんな知ってる。それから
山田くん、私先週委員会で一緒になってすごく助けてもらってそれで
話したことありました
I don't know you.
少し残酷だってことも。
ねえ聞いた T 組の白石さんついに山田くんに告ったらしいよ。マジでやっぱ玉砕だって。うわ白石さんでダメなら誰ならいいんだ。女じゃダメなのかも。そっちやだもったいない。
2年生になっても彼女作らないんだね。モテるのにいつまでも一人だとあらぬ噂立てられるよ。
別にどうでもよくないですか、人のこととか。
まあそうなんだけど好き勝手言われててかわいそうだなって。
Yeah, but if he does not give a
タイプ
shit.
とかないの？
あんまり
ちょっとはあるでしょ、さすがに。
ないです。
じゃあ初恋とかは？
本当にないです。
ため息。
Yeah, because you're being pushy.
すいません。
ごめん、私がしつこかった。
You're right. Like you're being for I don't know, maybe they're friends at this point, but he still seems like reserved, like he's not fully into this friendship or whatever. And you were being way too pushy about his personal shit. He just said that he does not care what other people think and he doesn't pay attention to them and he doesn't know what they're saying because he does not care. Like to him, that is not important. That doesn't affect his life in any way, right? So why should he care? And you're being pushy about it. Like, baby doll, chickadee. Yeah, you're being too pushy.
反省。
そういえば昔俺のこと好きになってくれた子がいて、そ
We
の
getting the trauma?
すっげえいじめられてて、
Okay, there it is.
ほぼ不登校みたいな感じだったんですけど、
So basically, some little girl liked him. Everyone else bullied the shit out of her.
他
And now
人に
he
いろ
has
いろ
trauma.
届け物を頼まれて、そのうち仲良くなったんです。ただたまに学校に来ても俺がいないと居場所がないみたいで、なるべくその子のそばにいるようにしてました。
じゃあ山田くんもその子が好きだったんだ。
Not necessarily.
アキトくん大人になってもずっと一緒にいようね。
そんなのわからないよ。
俺はただ担任にそうしろって言わ
Yeah,
れたから。
this kid was put in a difficult situation socially, I think. So it's like, you know, you can't tell your teacher who is an authority over you. Like, no. So it's like, okay, sure, I'll take her homework or her classwork, whatever. And then she becomes dependent on this kid, right? Because that's the kid that talks to her. And so she becomes dependent on him. And like, then she's putting all of her emotional well-being in school on this other kid who is literally just doing what someone of authority told him he had to do. Like, that's... Yeah, no wonder this kid has trauma. Like, that's not healthy.
そうしてただけです。結局いじめ止まらなくて転校したんですけど、でも時々思い出して、最後に話をした時すごく泣かせて、なんて言えば正解だったのか。
You are not responsible for another person's mental well-being. If they're not like, if you're in like if you're like married or if you're in a relationship, kind of, yes, there's it's, you know, it's a different situation. If it's just like your friends at school, you should not, as a child, be responsible for someone else's mental well-being. You are, as a child, cannot handle that. Like, that's not your bag. Like, you cannot do that. You should not be put in that situation. The fact that he was put in that situation really sucks. There's not really a lot you can do. I mean, like, the child maybe could have told her parents, but considering she didn't go to school often, I feel like the parents kind of maybe knew, especially since they eventually transferred her out. And it's, I know it's like difficult, but you can't, like, as a child, and like, it's not the little girl's fault. Like, she doesn't understand, right? Because like, children don't understand, but that is also why another child cannot be responsible for the mental well-being and emotional well-being of another child, because they don't freaking understand. All right, anyway.
たまに考えるんですけど、わかんないままなんかめんどくさくなってきて。
And maybe I just have like, again, I mentioned attachment trauma earlier. Maybe I do have like that disconnect and that like gamer Billy. Same, man, same. I also can barely be responsible for my own mental health. That's very valid. But like I mentioned attachment trauma. I do have that. I do have a hard time like making like very connected like deep friendships because I have, one, paranoid issues, and two, attachment trauma. So I have a hard time trusting people. And so like I can be, you might not realize it, but most people have categories of friendships. So like, yeah, I can't get rid of you now. That's okay. Welcome to, you know, my bullshit. But so most people have like categories in which they rank people almost. And like, ranking is not the nicest way to put it, but I guess categorize people or sort people out. So you have your very deep friendships, like your best friends or whatever, or your significant others or whatever. Personally, I think it's healthy if your significant other is your best friend. But I know not all people see that. Like, they're like, no, my significant other is different than my best friend. And like, sure, that's how you categorize things, and that's fine. But then you have like, you know, then you have like your friends, and you have your friendly acquaintances, and then you have like your acquaintances, and then you have like your work friends, or your, you know, hobby friends, or your like whatever. Like you categorize people. None of your friends are on the same necessarily playing field, if that makes sense. Or like some of them do, because you'll be like, this is my work friend group, right? And then within that work friend category, you have subcategories. Like, this is my best work friend, or, you know, this is the one that like I get along with, but you know, right? So like there's like that whole situation as circles. Yeah, I mean, so like, I mean, I just say it as categories because it's the easier way for me to think about it. And every category has like subcategories within it. It's kind of nuanced, whatever. But like, this kid, I'm pretty sure, has some sort of attachment trauma because of the situation that he was in. And like, she's being a little pushy. Like, she is just being a little pushy. Like, he's like, hey, I don't really have a lot of friends because I was put into this situation where this girl, basically, I was her only friend and I was her mental well-being and all this other stuff. Like, that's not healthy, man. There's certain situations, right, where that is not your bag to hold. Like, you could be like, hey, I want to help out. Like, my best friend is having bad mental health or having issues and I want to help them out. Sure. But you cannot do that for every single friend or friendly acquaintance or positive feeling person that you know. You cannot do that. And that's not your place to do it. Like, you can help out every once in a while, but you cannot be the sole person that is responsible for someone else's emotional and mental health. Like, that is so draining and so exhausting for both of you. Like, that is going to wear on your relationship. And like, that's why it's like, hey, get a therapist. Go talk to somebody else. Go talk to someone who's not involved in this. Go talk to someone who can see from the outside and help you, you know, make goals or, you know, make plans on how to help yourself. Like, don't rely on one person that is close to you, if that makes sense. I know this is kind of negative, what I'm saying, but like, even in like relationships, like significant others, like that can wear on the relationship. I'm not saying it's definitely going to wear on the relationship all the time or like whatever, but it can cause, you know, stress and it can cause fighting and it can cause like exhaustion. Even if you have the most understanding SO ever, like, if you need help, seek out help. And I'm not saying do not go to your SO when you're having a bad day. And like, that's the, I'm sorry, this is turning into a rant. That's also like, I'm not saying you can't go to it, like your significant other or your best friend or whatever. By all means, go to your significant other and your best friend, like talk to the people around you. I'm just saying, if it is a constant thing, like with this little girl that just got bullied, he shouldn't have been responsible for her, you know? So like, let's age them up, say they're in high school or say they're in college, and she's just depending on him, this person that she maybe sees as a possible romantic interest or a best friend or whatever, and he's just like, I was just doing what I was told to do. This is exhausting. This is stressful. Like, she should have had help outside, because 100%, if you are in such a bad place where it is just a constant thing, it does build up kind of resentment, does build up just exhaustion, if not resentment. And like, if you need help, please try to seek it out. And I know that it's hard. A lot of schools will have like, especially colleges will have like sources that can help you. Please look into them if you need them. Please do not rely on just like your best friends if you are in a very bad place, I guess. Yeah, Kumo, you're right. She's not really, so a relationship is a two-way street. It is what you give in and what the other person gives in, right? You're both giving to each other. It is a trade. For example, to just give like a little bit of stuff. So Abby, right, in chat, we give each other crow gifts. Like, we'll rant to each other about different things to like get out some stress. We'll randomly give each other crow gifts. We listen to each other out. We send each other links to things. We send each other memes. Like, we're constantly talking to one another, and everything we say is not me leaning on Abby for emotional support or mental support or, you know, do this, do this, do this. And I know this because I've had 2 friendships that I'm no longer friends with these people, that it started off as a two-way street and very much became how much they could get out of me personally, and with them giving me nothing in return. So it's like, I'm having to bend over backwards to have this relationship, and you blow me off constantly. Like, that's not okay, right? So a relationship is a two-way street. I'm not going to say that you're not going to face something that is upsetting, that might put you in a slump for a decent period of time. And I'm not saying that your significant other or the other person in your relationship isn't willing to support you through that. Not saying that. I am just saying there's degrees in which that is okay. And what this little girl did to this man, or this, he was a little boy at the time, is not okay. And the adults around them allowing it to kind of happen is, and I understand the adults probably weren't aware of the degree that it was happening, specifically in relation to how it was affecting him. I'm sure the adults weren't aware of that. They were probably just like, oh, look, they're friends. She should be fine now. She has a friend, without checking in with him. And that is probably also damaging. I'm so sorry. This has turned into such a long rant. I'm going to stop now. Anyway.
それ以来、女の人すごい苦手です。
Yeah, you were traumatized. That's what happened.
そっか。この人、自分にあんまり興味がないんだ。だから自分に好意を向ける人もちゃんと見えていない。
He is protecting
わ
himself.
ざと見ないようにしてるんだ。めんどくさい。だって、この人を好きにならないようにしなきゃ。
And yet,
こんな残酷な人に恋をしたらきっと。い
this
つか傷つく。
cruel? I don't think he's
それは嫌。
cruel. I'm also bothered by that. Okay, so she really doesn't paint him in the best light. Like, she now, as a later high schooler, is like, oh yeah, I'm in love with him and I'm sad about it. But you have not had the most positive thought process in regards to him from the get-go. This man is cruel. He just told you his traumatic backstory and why he doesn't interact with, like, he doesn't want to interact with women. Like, he doesn't want to be around them because he had this, what it was basically trauma. And you're like, oh, he's cruel. He's protecting himself. He's not doing it. He might not be doing it, like, consciously. He's subconsciously protecting himself. He has attachment trauma. And, like, oh my God. Like, people are allowed to be traumatized by things, and they're allowed to do things that they feel is going to protect them in the long run. But you're just over here like, oh God, this is like, oh, that's scary. Oh, this is cruel. No, it's, you just don't have the empathy needed to understand where he's coming from. That's it. You don't have the empathy to understand where he's coming from. And a lot of that's just kind of like, okay, she's immature and she hasn't had really anything negative happen to her into that kind of degree. But like, damn. Oh God. Oh, baby.
あかねさん、水飲めます？水、無理でも少し。
I can't. You're gonna. Okay, she can't. She might need an IV.
顔熱。この熱、やばくねえか。
Honey, you need to go to the hospital. Like, dead ass. Call a car. You gotta take her to the hospital.
苦しい。暑い。寒い。なんだろう。なんだ
No!
ろう。
Okay.
目の奥で目が回って。今、私、どうなってるんだろう。
Hopefully you took you to the hospital and you're getting an IV.
あかねさん、あかねさん、あかねさん。
Did I die?
保険証、どこにあります？
Yes!
保険証。
カバン、なんか、
Yes!
あ
Yes!
れ
Good boy.
今、山田がいたような。
You gotta put at least socks on her. You put a little slip-on shoes, something. No, just straight up barefoot.
聞こえますか？
はーい。
Hi.
それにしても、
This is like when I was sick.
騒がしいな。 あれ、今何時だ。私あの後寝ちゃったのか。結局買い物行けなかった
Oh
な。
no, my snacks.
でもなんかちょっとだけマシになった
He took her, got her an IV and brought her home, and she didn't even wake up for it. Nice. What the hell is he reading? On the floor too. Like she didn't even move her little chair to sit on. What is she doing? What is he doing?
なんでいるの？
Airing out the room. Okay.
そうか、夢。
サミ立てるようになったんすね。気分どうですか？
驚いてる。
そういう気分じゃなくて。
これ夢じゃないの？なんでいるの？っていうか映ったらやばい。
ちゃんと説明するからベッド入った方がいいです。水も飲めないで結構やばかったですよ。
はい。
で、気分どうですか？
そういえば起きた時少しマシになったなって思った。
ならよかったです。様子見に来たら駐輪場でへたり込んでましたよ。
そうなの？そういえば山田みたいな何かを一瞬見た気がしたけど、じゃあ本当に山田が助けてくれたんだ。
Oh, we have a life debt now.
かなりしんどそうだったので。
心配して様子見に来てくれたのかな。風邪うつっちゃうかもしれないのにずっといてくれたのかな。
Good boy.
なんでこんな優しいんだろう。
夜間も受け付けてる病院探して
私なんかのために。
She's not paying attention.
は
嬉しい。ありがとね、山田。ほんと一人でしんどくて命の恩人だよ。もう山田に足を向けて寝れない。天使。
はい。
Thank you for being
で
born.
続きなんですけど。
こんなに優しいのに冷たいなんて言ってごめんね。
そんなこと言われたっけ？
山田は最初から優しかった
そんな動いたら落ちます。すいません。踏んじゃいました。
のに。あれ、その本。
暇だったんで。
Wait, to you who has gone through a breakup. Why is he reading that? I didn't have anything to do, so I borrowed specifically this book and started reading it. She probably had it left out, and so that's why he picked it up, but like still.
勝手に借りて読んで
You got a phone? Man, when I don't have anything to do, I'm on Twitter. Reblogging not safe for work shit. Like,
ました。
いい本でしょ。
or like scrolling TikTok with the earphones in, you know, something.
私これにすっごく救われたんだ。
よくわからなかったです。
山田には関係ない
It
本だ
put me to
よ。
sleep.
山田はどちらかっていうと振る方が多いと思うし。
いや、そんなことを。
またまた。
さっきからテンション怖いです。
いててててて。まあ振る方もそれはそれで大変だと思うけどさ。山田なんて特に優しいからしんどいよね。
It's like, I don't date people, so I don't dump them.
俺は
Yeah, every book is a breakup book. Yep.
ないで
That
すよ。
you were a kid and that wasn't your bag to hold, my dude.
たくまもそんな顔してた。なんか申し訳なくてしんどくて消えたいなみた
Yeah,
いな
no,
顔。
fuck him. Just or
いいんだよ
don't.
別に。
I hope he gets
恋愛だ
none.
そういうもんじゃん。
He shouldn't have cheated on you.
浮気されたのに。
Yeah, there it is. Shouldn't have cheated on you.
今となってはね。
Should have broken up with you first. Oh,
嘘つかないではっきり振ってくれてよかったかなって思ったりするよ。
ごめん、アカネ。
本当に惨めな思いをしないで済んだから。
No,
ごめん。
I do not forgive
何
him.
言っても無理って分かったから、私別れ話はすぐに受け入れたの。分かった。いつかどうせ思い出にされて懐かしむ時に、泣きわめく私より笑ってる私を思い出してほしいし、いい女がい。
I'm you're gonna remember me, all right. And not positively, because I'm gonna lose it. What do you mean you fucking cheated on me in this game? What do you mean you want all the shit you gave to me back and then you're gonna fucking block me? Bitch, I don't think so. You should move. You should move. I got your address. You should change your number. You should change your email. I'm gonna sign you up for some stuff. Like... okay, maybe not that far, but I'm gonna shit talk you to everyone I know. So, like, there is emotional cheating. I'm not saying there's not emotional cheating, but even if it was like, hey, I'm gonna break up with you because I'm gonna chase somebody else, that's still better than like, hey, I straight up cheated on you. It's like, hey, I'm starting to get interested in someone else, so I'm going to leave you so that I'm not cheating on you, so that we can both move on. Like, what he did is like, listen, okay. Relationships end in many, many, many different ways, okay? And like, romantic relationships also end in many, many different ways. And sometimes it's just, hey, I don't think this is working out. Those are, I feel, rare. Like, just like, hey, I don't think this is working out. Or like, hey, I think we should maybe not be together. I feel like that's rare. I feel like what happens first is someone in that relationship finds another party where they're like, oh man, the spark is here. It's not in my current relationship. I want to leave my current relationship and start a new relationship with this person who has caused a spark. So like that, I'm not, okay, it's fine. Relationships end in different ways. What's not fine is cheating on your partner. Don't fucking cheat on your partner. That's it. Do not betray them in that way. Even if you're like, this relationship is going nowhere, I don't want to be in it anymore, I found the spark elsewhere, okay. Have a fucking conversation about it. Communicate that with your partner and in the relationship instead of stringing them along or like cheating on them. Communication, people, is important. I know it's hard. Trust me, I know it's hard, but you got to do it. If you're in any type of relationship, you got to communicate, okay? You just have to. Communication's important. And yeah, maybe you didn't see good communication or experience good communication growing up because, you know, people's homes, lives are difficult. It doesn't matter. You got to figure it out. You got to figure out how to communicate, okay? Sometimes you just got to sit down and have a very uncomfortable conversation, all right? And maybe everyone's sad walking out of it, but it's okay. It's okay. You gotta do it.
だなって、惜しいことしたなって思わせたい。なんかそっちのが良くない?
No, she was a nightmare and I should have gotten out of the relationship sooner. That's what I'm gonna be remembered for. What's up? You gonna cheat on me? I'm gonna ruin your life. I'm gonna give you attachment trauma.
さよなら、アキトくん。
Oh, that's sweet. That's sweet. Okay. See, that's okay. Move on from that. It's fine. It's still a little traumatic. I'm not saying it's not, but like, it's okay.
So desu ne.
Okay, I was like, what the fuck is this? It's the game.
Sagarima?
多分下がった。山田が買ってきてくれたヨーグルト食べていい?
どうぞ。
Yogurt.
泣くほどうまいですか?
飲み込むのが激痛。
Oh.
あ
Oh.
もしここにいるのが山田じゃない男の人だったらめちゃくちゃ焦ったんだろうな。何なんだろう
I can see his
この山田
angel.
が醸し出す安心安全な感じ。
He's sweepy. He's drowsy. He is soft.
本人にとっては災難だよね。ただでさえ女性苦手なのに。ごちそうさま。これそっち置いてもらえる？
はい。
あ、やばい。
She gonna throw up?
足
Oh, she got a cramp?
足つりそうする。いたた。
足を伸ばして。伸ばさないと。
Yeah, no. Those are the worst. Fucking Charlie horses. You have to stand up and shove your foot on the ground so it flexes your leg. Oh, I hate those.
もう。あかねさん。
Hello.
貸してください。
Yep. Oh, she just kicked him in the face. Oh, no. Oh, no. Hey, Gamer Billy, thanks. She just kicked him straight in the face. You gotta stand up, baby doll. You gotta stand up and let your weight make your foot flex. Like, you gotta... That's the only way I can do it, okay? I get it. I get them all the time. It sucks.
我慢して。
Uh-huh. You okay?
なくなってきた。
Yeah.
でしょ
Yep.
かと思った。
そんな大げさな。
本当に痛かったんだよ。
Ah. Look.
あれ
A woman.
なんかすっごいこっち見てる。
I mean, he is looking at you, babe. He's been looking at you this whole time.
あれ私
But he is looking at you like, oh, right, she's a whole ass woman.
安心って思ったんだっけ？
He's good boy.
え？
何？避けてないよ。
ね
あ
何？なんで笑うの？
あ、別に。
なんで笑うの？違うから。
I have not seen Bocchi the Rock. It's semi on my watch list. I say semi because I haven't decided if I want to watch it or not. Y'all remember K-On? I really liked K-On back in the day.
違うから。
じゃあ帰ります。
寝ないで学校行くの？
はい。慣れてますから。
ごめんね、本当に。もし調子悪くなったりしたら言って。あと病院のこともいろいろありがとね。今度改めてお礼するから。
大したことしてないんで気使わないでください。一日様子見てからもう一回昼間の診察に来てくれって言ってたんで、それだけお願いします。
うん、大丈夫。
やっぱ夜間だと細かい検査とかできないみたいで、まあ点滴でだいぶ良くなったみたいだから念のためって感じですかね。
Thought she was gonna lean on him or something.
じゃあお邪魔しました。すいません、そんな近くにいると思わなくて。
いや、ごめん。私が近すぎた。体が勝手に吸い寄せられるみたいに。
Mm-hmm.
あかねさん、俺行かないと。
ごめんなさい、違うの。言って。
大丈夫ですか？
大丈夫だから言って。
Are you lonely?
一応病院終わったら結果伝えようか。ただの風邪だと思うけど。ああ、ごめん、いらないか。もうしかしたら移しちゃってるかもって。気に
願いします。
The panicked hi.
お大事に。
Na